point of the astrological chart is the evolution of the sun sign. The rest of the planets work together to unfold its destiny. The role of Mars is to protect and defend this process. It shows how we handle challenges in life. It's the way we go about getting what we want and the gratification of desires. So, what can you expect from a person if Mars is in Leo? For one, they're concerned with defending themselves against a meaningless existence. The idea that they don't matter is too much to bear. So they have certain ways of insulating themselves against that abyss. One of the ways they ensure potency and meaning is by making a contribution, having a positive influence on others, encouraging and coaching, polishing out a diamond in the rough makes them shine, and Leo is happiest when they're shining. Remember, this sign is associated with the radiant, ever-consistent sun. A healthy Mars in Leo has the urge to be a benefactor, to shed light and bring warmth. And they're usually good at drawing out the shine in others, especially with phrases like, "I'm proud of you," or "I know you can do better than this lack of progress," and that sort of thing. Another way Mars in Leo fights against feeling small in a big world is by interpreting life as theater. They have a natural need to show off, yes, but it's much more comprehensive than that. They want the central role in their play, and they have an intuition about how to best work the spotlight. How do I come across on the stage of life is an ever-present question. Showing up and being present are the keys to happiness. There's a deep-seated need for recognition here and a strong sense of showmanship and theatrics. They hold the space because they think they deserve the space, the attention, the gaze of the audience. They're willing to do a lot, not so much for approval, but for applause. Another significant Mars in Leo trait is generosity. A stingy Mars in Leo is hard to find. They have what they need and enough to share because they're a favored child of the gods. They can give because they've been showered with light by Apollo, and passing that cornucopia on to others makes them a demigod themselves. Mars in Leo feels shame in saying, "I don't have enough to share," because that means the fates don't like me. I can't stay afloat. Of course, there's a risky side to all this self-focus. For instance, I knew a Mars in Leo who had a weak ego. He boasted and bragged and acted like he had a lot of money that was important to him. So he always picked up the check on his credit card no matter how many people were at the table. In his case, it was compulsive because he was completely broke and his house was about to be repossessed. He was bringing stuff down to the pawn shop, but there he was pulling out his card because it gave people he didn't even care about an impression. That impression is being a big shot. However, if Mars in Leo is healthy and the giving nature is real, this can be an extremely appealing trait because it shows a certain fearlessness about resources and the future. It's especially so to the earthier charts among us who crave a little of that risk-taking fire in their lives. Another point that should be made here is something that I'll bring up with all the Marses in fire. They must be optimistic. They have to think tomorrow will be a better version of today. Why is this so important to the fire temperament? Because pessimism means the spirit has been broken by life and their specialness has been lost. It's emasculating. This placement focuses on the luster of the spirit, brilliance, radiance, confidence. Mars in Leo wants a life they can be proud of. There's an inclination for prestige here because creature comforts and luxuries are befitting for a king. And that includes plenty of recreation. Mars in Leo needs time to do the things they want to do. They need to play and they need to self-express. One of the most pleasurable forms of self-expression is love and romance. Here they feel at home because love can be an epic script and a powerful drive. It can be all-encompassing and stimulating. And when someone is in love with them, not only do they get the attention they crave, but they may even be seen as flawless for a time. This placement is aroused by being adored, and they like to win a partner through their sexy magnetism, displaying how irresistible they are. You see, Mars in Leo thinks charisma is potent and that they can get what they want through a commanding presence. The masculine ideal, the animus, is royal and regal. Struggles and challenges in life are best met through great performances and a creative flair. The downside here is the Mars in Leo who gets all wrapped up in drama, but it's chief drama that the rest of us aren't entertained by. The dark side of this Mars is domineering rather than influential, and they may feel like they don't have much worth if they don't have an audience telling them who they are and reassuring them. So it's extremely important for this placement to live a genuine life. They need to carve out something unique, and they'll work tirelessly if it means they'll be in charge of a world that is all theirs, their original idea, their innovation, their stage. A lot of interesting niches are born of this drive, and I see it as Mars in Leo's greatest contribution. Thank you for watching Secrets from an Astrologer's Desk, Mars in Leo. I'm Joy. More videos to come.